Hey everyone, thought I'd do a video, and today I'm going to be showing you what I'm going to be purging from my collection. So I've done makeup purges in the past and I've never really filmed them, partially because I felt if I didn't get them out of my collection right then and there, I would want to keep them. I don't know, I kind of feel like it's crazy now that I think about it, because like a video takes so little time, and I don't know, I just kind of felt that if I took too much time to look through my makeup and talk about my makeup, then I might actually want to keep it. So that's just kind of what I did, but now I kind of want to film my process and stuff like that, so let's just get right into the video. So the first category is going to be brushes. The first few brushes that I have are from e.l.f. I got a whole bunch of e.l.f. stuff because e.l.f. is only like $1 for the essential line, so I got a whole bunch of stuff from the essential line when I first got into makeup. So I have a lot of e.l.f. brushes. These are just some of them, but I don't use these ones, so I figure I might as well give them to somebody who's going to be using them. So this is the e.l.f. Total Face Brush. It's just too scratchy for me, so I'm gonna give that one away. I have the powder brush. This one's a little bit smaller than the Total Face Brush, and it's good for under the eye. It's just that it's scratchy too. It's just, both of these ones are just not as soft as I wanted them to be, so I'm gonna give those ones away. I have the fan brush here. It just doesn't pick up enough product for me for highlighting purposes, so I don't use it at all, so I'm gonna give that one away. I have the crease brush. This one is just too dense and too small for my liking. Like if it was a little bit more of a fluffier crease brush, I might like it. But because of how dense and small it is, it just kind of pokes me in the eye a little bit. So I'm going to give that one away. I have the smudge eye brush. This one is supposed to be good for smudging underneath your eyes and stuff like that, like eyeliner, eyeshadow, that type of thing. I just don't smudge my makeup all that much, so I'm going to give that one away. Same with the smudge eye sponge. This one's just too dense for me to want to use it, and like I said, I don't smudge my makeup that often, so I'm giving that away. I have the concealer brush. This concealer brush is just too small for me right now. It might be good for like little blemishes here and there, but I prefer a bigger concealer brush. I don't use concealer brushes that often, and when I do, I want a bigger one than this, so I'm going to give that one away. I have the lip defining brush. This one looks like this. It's just not dense enough for me. It's not sturdy enough for me to want to use it that often. I don't even really use lip products that often, and I don't know, I just don't really like using this. Like I said, it's not dense enough for me, not sturdy enough, so I'm gonna give that one away. And then there is the defining eye brush. This one looks like this. It's supposed to be good for inner corners and underneath your eye, but I usually just use regular eyeshadow brushes for that. I don't really need one that's specifically for that, so I'm gonna give this one away. The next few makeup brushes I have are from various different brands. There's the Physicians Formula brand. This comes with the spotless, what is it, foundation. Comes with the spotless foundation, and I just don't really like this brush at all. I feel like product sinks to the very bottom of the brush, and it just doesn't blend all that well in my opinion, and it's really small. I mean, like in comparison to my face, it wouldn't really be able to spread a lot of product all over my face in the amount of time I would want it to, so I'm gonna give that one away. I have this Wet n Wild brush. It's really small, which would be good for travel, but it's just really thick. I don't really like really thick eyeliner brushes. I like smaller eyeliner brushes, so I'm gonna give that one away. And the last two brands that I have here are EcoTools and Real Techniques. My EcoTools brushes, this one's a lip brush, but it's like really small, and I don't know, I just don't feel like it applies product that well, and like I said, I don't really use lip brushes that often, so I'm gonna give that one away. And then I have the concealer brush. This one is a pointed concealer brush, so I don't know, I just don't use concealer brushes that often, and I don't really like the way that this one applies product that well, so I'm just gonna give that one away as well. And then the last few brushes I have are from Real Techniques. This one's from the This one's from one of their eye sets that I bought a while back. They still have it, but this one is like a detailer brush. It kind of feels like a concealer or a lip brush. So I don't know exactly what this is supposed to be used for. I guess it can be a multi-purpose item, but I don't use lip brushes that often, so I'm just gonna give that away. And then the last two Real Techniques brushes I have are both eyeliner brushes. One of them is angled, one of them is just a regular eyeliner brush. Both of them are too thick for me for my liking. For an eyeliner brush, I like really thin eyeliner brushes, and these ones are just too thick. This one is, the angled one is too thick. This one, like, I just don't like thick eyeliner brushes, so I'm gonna give these ones away. Some other products that I'm gonna be giving away are some lip products. I have this lip gloss from Wet n Wild. It's the Mega Slicks one. It's a clear gloss. I just never use it, so I'm gonna give that one away. I have the Joe Fresh Cosmetics lipstick in Bare, and this one is a really gorgeous color. It's just that it doesn't apply well on me. You probably can't see that very well, but anyways, it's a really nice color. I figured that it might be a really good nude for me. It's just, it shows up on my lips too well. Like, it looks like a really bad concealer lip job, and even like if you put concealer on, it would look 1,000 times better than this lipstick. So I'm going to be giving that away. Hopefully it'll look better on somebody else. And the last lip product I have here is the e.l.f. matte lip color in the color Natural. I had another one of these, and it was in the color Nude, I think. But this one, it just, both of them don't go on me very well. I don't know if you might be able to see that a little bit better. Can't really see very well in this room. It's just really dark and not the best lighting ever. But the matte lip color is just not for me. It doesn't apply properly to my lips, in my opinion, in the way that I would want it to. It looks so gorgeous on other people, yet it doesn't look gorgeous on me, so I'm just gonna give that one away. Some other products that I have here, I have the Physicians Formula Sexy Booster Light Bronzer. It looks like this. So yeah, it's too light of a bronzer for me, and it's too glittery to be a bronzer as well. And because of the glitter, I thought that it might be a good highlighter. I was going to use it for that reason, but I just never use it. I like my highlighters that are supposed to be for highlighting way better than this, so I'm just going to give this one away. I also have the Physicians Formula Super BB Powder. This just does not go on my skin well at all. It kind of looks like my skin is like cracked in places sometimes, or too powdery or anything like that. It just doesn't look good on my skin, so I'm going to give it away in hopes that somebody else might be able to use it. I have this Too Faced Glamour To Go Sponge Sugar Edition palette. So I was hoping that this one would be very good. It's about 2 years old, maybe, I think. I got this for like it's a limited edition palette. I used up the not the highlighter. I still have the highlighter. I really like it, and I depotted it. And I also had the bronzer, which I used up. I also used up the lip gloss, but for the eyeshadows, I just don't like the eyeshadows all that much. These are just not the type of eyeshadows I would choose for myself, and I keep saying that I'm going to use up these eyeshadows because I really do love eyeshadows, but these aren't the type of eyeshadows that I usually reach for, so I'm going to be giving those away as well. I also have this Hard Candy Duo in Blind Date. It's a frosty pink and then a really shimmery harsh white, and it's just not my color. It's just not something that I reach for that often. I don't really like it, so I'm hoping that if I give this to somebody else, they might use it a little bit more than I do. So the last few products that I have here are from my Z palette. I depotted a whole bunch of stuff, and I just don't use this at all, so I'm gonna give these away. Down here is a Hikari blush in the color Tango. My mom gave me this because it shattered, and then I repressed it and kept it for myself. So I just never really use it. I have other blushes that I like better than this one, and I didn't really pay anything for it, so I just don't like it when makeup is not being used, so I'm gonna give those away. I have this bronzer here. This is the Physicians Formula Peach Matchmaker bronzer. I depotted some of it into a smaller little pan, but I never use it, so I'm going to give that away. These two are bronzers from the Sweet Indulgence palette from Too Faced that I got a few years ago. And then this is the e.l.f. translucent mattifying powder that I just never use. And then these eyeshadows, these 3 eyeshadows are from Too Faced. I just never use them. There's Peach Fuzz, there's Marshmallow, and there's Gumdrop. I never use any of these. They're from the Sweet Indulgence palette that I got a little while back as well. So I just never used any of these. I figured I might as well give them to somebody else. I'm not going to give away the palette because I really like my Z palettes, but I'll give these away to people and then they will get used up. So that's just my plan. Alright, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. So bye.